It's always difficult to do something after the main speaker has made such a great presentation, but we're going to do our best. This is the welcome sort of presentation for ZuriHac, where we'll tell you about what this is, who has helped making it happen, and also many practical things that'll make your stay during the last couple of days, so for the next couple of days, better, enjoyable, more comfortable, things like that. Yeah? Good. So, as you know, my name is Farhad Mehta. I work here. I'm one of the organizers of ZuriHac, and this is Jasper. Jasper, do you want to say something?
Hey, everyone. Welcome. I'm Jasper.
Yeah. Cool. So, but we are not the only two people who are doing this, obviously. There are many, many, many people who have done lots of stuff to make this happen. Here are a few of them. Yeah. So I would like to ask everyone who has helped out in ZuriHac to please come forward. Yeah. So that's on one hand, you see who we are, right? So you can come up to us in case you need any help for anything. Yeah. Remember that this is mostly a volunteer organization, so everyone is doing this on their free time. Yeah. And yeah, so we would be happy if you could help out as well. Thanks. Should we maybe have a mic and just everyone can just say their name and yeah, say hi. So.
Hi, I'm Andreas. I'm involved with the Zurich Friends of Haskell, currently the president of the association. And as you'll hear later, we also do monthly meetups. And yeah, it's always a great pleasure to see everyone here at ZuriHac.
Hello, I'm Benjamin. I'm mainly helping out today at the registration desk. And just, yeah, approach me if you have any questions.
We're actually by order. Hi, I'm Bike. I've been doing this for a few years. I'm always running around, so if you need anything, you can always come to me, and I'm always there, so you can always catch me.
Hello, I'm Raphael. I also work at Ost. I help out here and there, and I'm maintaining the campus map for this event.
Hey everybody, welcome. I'm John. I help out with food trucks with AV, and we also run some local Nix events.
Hi, I'm Alex. I've been involved in organizing ZuriHac for the past couple of years. Yeah, I also organize the Nix events, but I forgot my Nix shirt. So if you see me running around, ask me about Nix, and I'll be happy to help.
Cool. Thank you very much, everyone. And there are more people as well. It's okay. And if you'd be willing to help out, we could use your help, especially in things like moving things around. And there's always things to do. There's a weekend, no one else is working, so that would be great. Do we have a channel for this, Jasper?
Yes, there's a volunteers channel on our Discord.
Cool. Yeah, super. And if you see anything, yeah, just help out. Great. Thanks.
So as Andreas already mentioned, ZuriHac, one of the two organizations behind ZuriHac, the other one being the OST, is the Zurich Friends of Haskell. We've existed for almost 10 years already, and our primary goal is to organize ZuriHac, but we also organize monthly Haskell meetups. We would invite everyone to attend. Sometimes we do them online as well. We're always looking for speakers. You don't really have to be an expert on Haskell. You can also just take a topic, learn about it a bit, and present it, and then we can all enjoy it and go for a beer afterwards. So really recommend checking out Zurich Friends of Haskell website. All the information is there. There's a very old picture of some of us. Then additionally, in order to finance ZuriHac, we are also selling some hoodies that look the same as the t-shirts, but they're nicer and more comfortable. The supply is very limited. I think we have around 25. So if you're interested, go talk to Bike at the registration desk later during the event.
Cool. Yeah. I think, yeah, okay. So the other main organization for ZuriHac is the OST. This is the place I work at, right? So since for many of you, this is maybe your first encounter with the OST. So let me just see a show of hands. For whom is this the first time at ZuriHac? Oh, wow. Crazy. It's every time we have about 50% more. That's great. Wow. Okay. So I assume that this is also your first time at the OST, right? So let me just give you people a little bit of an overview of what this is. So the OST, in English, it's called the Oh, I forgot. Eastern Switzerland University of Applied Sciences, of course. And we have 3 campuses. You're currently at the Rapperswil campus. Yeah? There are 2 other campuses, one at St. Gallen and one at Buchs in Eastern Switzerland. Yeah? So this is the largest sort of technical applied university in this region. Yeah? We have a number of schools. We are currently in the School of Computer Science. I mean, I work at the School of Computer Science, but we have many other things as well. We have about 4,000 students in the bachelor's and master's programs, approximately 1,000 lecturers and professors. You see, we have quite a good relationship with each other. We have approximately, a lot of executive education courses, and so 6 schools from engineering to planning and social work and health and so on. 35 research institutes, 1,000 ongoing research projects. So it's a big place, but it's not so well known outside of Switzerland. So that's why one of the things is that, so that we know, people know more about us. I'd like to say that. So we have hosted ZuriHac since 2017. So this is the 9th ZuriHac at this location. Of course, we had Corona in the middle for 2 years. We weren't able to do it we were only able to do it online, but otherwise it's been here. Yeah? This is one of the main universities of Eastern Switzerland, and we train about 120 highly sought after computer science students every year, and so it's quite large for Swiss standards. And also, we'd love to collaborate with you on industry and research projects. In case you have any questions about the university or would like to get in touch with anyone, please come to me. I'd be happy to help you out. Good. I would now like to invite someone to say a few words. Yeah? Oh, thank you. Great. Do you have a mic? Yeah. Thank you. So this is Peter Kistler. So Peter Kistler is one of a member of the board of directors for the OST. It is a great honor to have him here. One of the signs that the event is getting bigger is that you get even people higher up in the food chain than you are to welcome people. And so I'm really happy that Peter could do this. He's also the chairman of the Rapperswil Regional Advisory Council. He was actually a student here as well. So he's quite close to this organization. And also, this is not a full-time job. His actual, I guess, full-time job is the country manager for Brucker AXS Switzerland. So thank you very much, Peter, for saying a few words. Thanks.
Thank you, Farhad. Very appreciated. Dear Haskell friends, guests, and everyone supporting behind the scene, a big heartfelt welcome to ZuriHac 2025, which is co-organized by ZuriHac and the Eastern Switzerland University of Applied Science. It is wonderful to welcome so many passionate and dedicated people from all over the world, right here in the heart of Switzerland, next to the beautiful Lake of Zurich, and without rain, the impressive Alps. By the way, this university is the only one with its own harbor in front of. So it's a very special place for a very special community. ZuriHac has become much more than only a hackathon. It's a place to meet, to share, to learn, and to work together on ideas, projects, and technologies. The fact that this event is now taking place for the 12th time shows how active and how strong the Haskell community is. That's why we are so happy to host ZuriHac 2025 again at OST. As the host of this event, we would like to share a bit about who we are. The OST is an innovative, high-performing and responsible university of applied science. We see ourselves as the most transfer-oriented university in Switzerland. This means we build bridges between science and practice, between research and business, and between theory and real-world use. We truly believe that knowledge only has real impact when it is shared in daily life, in companies, and in technologies. That's the reason why closeness to our partners, flexibility, and the ability to change and to bring ideas into actions are not just words to us. They are a part of our everyday work. Our vision is clear. We want our work to create lasting impact for Eastern Switzerland and far beyond. we are focusing on the most interdisciplinary work, strong knowledge of work, and deep expertise in key areas. Our mission is to empower people with high-quality education, hands-on professional training, and applied research. We give people the tools they need in our everyday work to solve challenges in business, in technology, in IT, in social science, and far beyond. You are all a part of this community and a part of this impact. A big thank you to the organization team, to all the volunteers, and the people behind the scene. Without you and with this amazing community which brings this event to life, it would not have been possible. Big thank you to our partners, to our sponsors, and without them it would also not have been possible. And a warm thank you for the invitation to give this short introduction speech. I wish you all inspiring days, exciting communications, a lot of new friendships, and many aha moments. Take this opportunity, share your ideas, work together, and maybe develop something that changes the world tomorrow. We are so glad to have you here. Keep the Ost in your heart and go full speed ahead. Very welcome to ZuriHac 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thanks. Cool.
Yes, so we would also like to thank our sponsors, without whom ZuriHac would obviously not be possible. So we will just give them a few minutes to say something about themselves. Many of them are also hiring, and so this provides interesting opportunities for all the talented hackers in the room.
Hi, my name is Alexei, and I work for Input Output, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity to talk on behalf of the company, and I'm really happy that our company is sponsoring this event, because it's very dear to my heart. I've been coming here since it was organized here at OST the first time, and some of you might know us as IOHK, a bit of rebranding, but Input Output does a lot of things. It's mostly known for working on Cardano blockchain. So it's all written in Haskell, and that's why I guess the interest in sponsoring ZuriHac. Moreover, we have many of my teammates are here today as well, which is really exciting, because we take this opportunity to talk to each other and meet each other in person, because it's all remote company. And I just wanted to say that I'm not a manager, I'm a tech lead, so I can attest that we do some really interesting stuff in Haskell. So if you are interested in doing something like that, please come talk to me or any of my colleagues. We have some positions open, and yeah, it's really fun stuff. So, and I really want to thank Jasper and Farhad and everybody who are organizing this event and allowing us to come here every year. So thank you very much.
Unfortunately, Richard from Jane Street couldn't be here today, but he has asked me to say a few words. I imagine most of you know who Jane Street is. Unfortunately, they are not using Haskell, but they are using OCaml, which is very similar. And I was convinced that OCaml is becoming more and more like Haskell every day. From what I have heard, Jane Street pays very well, and they're looking for people in New York, London, Hong Kong, and Singapore. And yeah, they're a great bunch to work with. Jade Street has also generously agreed to host a barbecue tonight, so I'll get more into that into the food section. But yeah, look forward to some good food for free tonight.
Yeah, hi, I'm Gergo from Standard Chartered, and I could bloviate about what we do, but we're Haskellers, so what we like is papers about stuff, right? And luckily, last year at ICFP, we had a quite extensive experience report on how we use Haskell and our dialect of Haskell for financial market, like financial analysis stuff. So just, if you want to know what we do, read the paper. It's interesting. Unfortunately, we are just over our latest hiring round, but if you want to keep in touch, then just, find me and talk to me. Yeah, thanks.
Hi everyone, putting on a different hat for a second. I work at Tweak. I'm Andreas. Many of you may know Tweak from some of the work we're doing in the Haskell space. For example, working on linear types to do things like resource tracking and things like that. Working on liquid Haskell to make formal verification easier to use. Or working on the WASM backend. Don't miss Cheng's session later on today. And many more cool things. But we also do other stuff at Tweak. Tweak is the open source program office of Modus Create, and we have a number of different groups working in a number of different exciting fields. And of course, Modus Create is the consulting company behind this, offering a wide range of different work in different areas of technology. So if that's interesting to you, then we're currently hiring for a couple of those fields, so do speak with us. And of course, if you are interested in our service, then please also do approach. I'm here, and I've also seen a bunch of other Tweakers. Nick is here, Cheng is of course here. Look around, you'll find us. And thank you for having us here at ZuriHac.
Hi everyone, I'm Adam. I'm one of the partners at Well-Typed. We're a Haskell consultancy. We don't quite do as many technologies as some of the others, but we're very focused on Haskell and always have been since we were founded in 2008. And we offer consultancy and training services to companies using Haskell. So if that's something that you're interested in, do come and talk to one of us. All four partners are here, I think. So Ben, Duncan, and Andres are around, as well as quite a few others from Well-Typed. So do come and talk to one of us if you're interested in our services. Or Andres is leading the beginners track later on today and tomorrow, I think. So come along to that. I also want to introduce something that I did start to announce at ZuriHac last year, but now I'm very happy that we can officially announce, in partnership with the Haskell Foundation, that we're offering ecosystem support packages. And the idea with this is we need companies to pay for development of the core Haskell tooling, GHC, Cabal, HLS, and we need to get these into smaller binary sizes and catch up with micro HS. So if your company depends on the Haskell toolchain, then this is something to look at. The idea is that companies pay for development of the toolchain, they get a bit of private support for themselves, because we need to persuade their management that it's worth doing, and it supports the Haskell Foundation so that the HF can run all the things the Haskell community depends on. So if that's something that you think your company might be interested in, then do come and talk to us or look at our webpage. I particularly want to acknowledge Channable and Cubase Logic, who've already signed up to do this and support the Haskell ecosystem. So we'd love to see more companies doing the same.
Yeah, additionally to the sponsors, we also have a number of community partners that we have. These are people who share the sort of same goals as we do. Some of them provide us in-kind services and things like that. So a few of them are here, a few of them are not here, a few of them will be coming. So let me just see who is here. We have the Swiss Informatics Research Organization, which has given us a small grant to invite speakers. We have Pedro, are you here? Yeah, please come in front. Yeah, so Pedro is the host of a really nice podcast that I listen to. Many of you, that's because I listen to it. Type Theory for All. And Pedro has very kindly agreed to be here at ZuriHac to sort of document the event. Both of us will be doing the panel discussion this afternoon and other things. Pedro, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you so much, Farhad. Very kind of you to say that I agreed to come. I was very excited to come, actually, because Haskell is one of my first languages that I learned. And it was kind of frustrating for me 10 years ago when I was starting in this functional programming stuff and formal methods and programming languages research in a sense, and not find much content being made. Like you go on YouTube, what you'll find is usually some very high-level talks that is very hard for us to get a grasp on when you're first starting, right? So on that note, I decided to start this podcast, the Type Theory for All podcast, which is, like I run some interviews and talk to incredible people that agrees to come over and give something a little more digestible for us beginners to start, or even when you already know a thing or two, I always learn so much from all these people, and it's a great pleasure for me to have them over. The last episode, we have 51 episodes at this point. It's a little more on a long format, so it's sometimes a little hard to watch all of it. But the last episode, for example, we discussed the renaming of cock into rock, which was a big step forward in our community. So it's very exciting. Anyways, we have an interesting discussion there. What was the historical background of what was going on there? I highly recommend anyone interested to check that out. But very excited to be here. We are going to be conducting some lightning interviews. We're going to give some more details of what's going to go on there. I'm also looking for opportunities. As I said, I'm very, very keen into making more content for YouTube or podcasts or things like that. So if your company is interested in starting something like that, please come over. Let's have some conversations. Or if you're a person that, like maybe you're a little shy or want to maybe start a YouTube channel, I highly recommend you to do that because it's just a lot of fun. So thank you again for that.
Thank you, Pedro. Cool. Apart from that, we have the Haskell Foundation, which Jose will come in front in a moment. We have Swiss Dev Jobs, and of course, we have the Free Software Foundation. So the executive director of the Free Software Foundation will be flying in on Monday to give a little talk then. Good. Is Jose here? Oh, cool. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jose. I'm the executive director of the Haskell Foundation, and we kind of do a lot of coordination and support work in the Haskell community. And while I'm not hiring in the traditional sense, I am looking for volunteers. So if you want to work for free, come see me over this weekend. In particular, the infrastructure group that handles things like Hackage, Stackage, Hoogle, we're looking to expand that group. So if you have any interest in running those sorts of community essential services, please come find me throughout the weekend. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jose.
Hello. We're from Active Group, but we're here because we host a conference in Berlin. And in case you not only enjoy Haskell, but also some other functional programming languages, this may be a nice place to go to. Stuff includes, mostly it's one day, mostly talks and tutorials, and example stuff was stuff about Elixir, Clojure, whatever. It's pretty nice.
When is it? In spring, usually, so in March or in February, usually, in Berlin. And we are organizing it, and nowadays we are alone, so it's Active Group. We are usually or mainly organizing the PopConf. And Active Group is a company doing functional programming for partners. So we have projects in companies. We're also helping other companies if they're not getting around with their functional stuff. We are also doing consultancy, we are doing courses, so all what is related to functional programming, functional software architecture, that's mainly what we are doing. And we have the biggest German-speaking blog. That's also something what we are usually maintaining and where we are organizing and doing stuff. And we are funny people doing funny stuff, functional programming. If you are interested in functional programming, and we're also doing a lot of remote work, 100% remote. For example, I'm 100% remote. We are partial programmers, so not all of us are working 100%. And we are doing a lot of stuff, so just come to us and talk to us.
Cool. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. Have I missed any sponsors? No, okay, cool, nice. Okay, some practical info. Since about half of you are new here, let's go through this. Most importantly, Wi-Fi. I'm going to stay at the screen for some time until I don't see any cameras coming up. Okay. Cameras. Yeah, that's a good thing. We would like. Do we have a policy for that, Jasper? For taking photos? We would be taking. We've written a policy. Yeah. Okay. I have to read that. But yeah, we will be taking photos. And yeah.
Yeah, okay. Jumping in, there is a photo policy during the event, so we ask if you can take pictures of like us and the speakers and so on, but we ask that you're quite careful with like if you're portraying random participants, please ask permission first.
Good. Yeah, okay, a little bit of information about the venue, where you are right now, geographically at least. So we are currently at the campus of the OST. It used to be called the HSR a long time ago. Oh, shit. And we are currently here. It's on one side of the Rapperswil train station. I guess most of you came here by train, which is the recommended way to come here, or foot. Yeah. On the other side of the train station, there is the old town of Rapperswil, which I highly recommend to go visit. It's really beautiful there. The next 3 days are actually holidays, right? So Saturday, Sunday anyway. There's Monday, which is Pentecost, so the shops will be closed. Yeah, there are a few shops. For example, the co-op on the other side of the Rapperswil Bahnhof will be open from around 8 to around 9 or 10, depending on the day. Yeah, so I don't know what else will be open. But on the other side, they do have some nice restaurants, some nice cafe places, things like that. There's the children's zoo, if any of you are interested in animals. Yeah, that could have gone bad. And yeah, there are a number of nice places. There's, of course, H Swiss for our medical needs and any other stuff around the place. Good. Any questions about where we are? No. Okay, good. Now, our concrete venue information for ZuriHac itself. We're zooming in now. Yeah, so this is the campus on top. These are the buildings. ZuriHac takes place in Building 4 and Building 1. These are the only two buildings you'll need to access for taking part in this event. Yeah? We are currently in Building 4 in the aula, about there. Yeah? The registration took place in Building 1. That's there, yeah? And so let's go over what happens where. Yeah? These are the only two places you need to know about. So we are currently in the aula, yeah? There, we're almost at full capacity. I'm quite happy. Apart from the aula, if you walk out of the aula right now, we have reserved four rooms for our use, right? There's 113, 112, 115, 114. For those of you who were here for the HIW and the HEW, that took place in 113, yeah? All of these rooms will be used for ZuriHac. One of them will be the beginner's track. Okay, it is in 112. The 112 is the beginner's track. And the rest of them, we are making them so that you can do projects in them. Some of the rooms have movable tables and chairs. You are free to move them. Some of them do not have movable tables and chairs. That means they are tied with cable binders. Do not move them, please. Yeah. So what's happening in Building 4? The invited talks will be here. The beginner's track will be in 112. I have to change this. The category theory track will be here. The WASM track will be here. The NICS track will be here. So all the tracks and all the talks will be here. There are toilets at the ground floor. Yeah? So if you go down, there's a ladies, gents, and a neutral toilet there as well. And the project rooms are there. Any questions about this room?
Also, the barbecue from tonight will be in this building, and it will be in the Mensa, which is below us. So you go down the stairs and then kind of like go beneath the aula, but it will be properly indicated.
Yeah, it's just here. Good. Good. Then, Building 1, which is the biggest building here. Yeah, you came in here, you registered here. What's happening there? So there are 3 floors in this building, you were at the ground floor. There's a sort of a first floor / mezzanine floor where there will be there's an area here with sort of couches, tables, chairs, things like that, to just generally hang out. It's a bit loud there sometimes. People can do what they, code, meet people, talk, do these sorts of things there. That'll be here. There's a coffee and snacks area set up here. So there are coffee machines and snacks set up here. Feel free to take stuff, yeah. There are also washrooms in the mezzanine / first floor. They are here. There's a ladies and gents washroom, yeah. Then also, is Ed here? Yeah, okay. He normally has a hallway track, but it's hard to keep control of him where he does it. But he's normally hanging out there, right? So yeah. But you'll hear him, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Then the second room, we also have some project rooms if we need them. Last year we reserved them, but we didn't need them. So in case you need more rooms, just come into contact with us. We'll see what we can do. Good. Any questions about building 1? Anything I missed out? No? Okay, cool. Good. Okay. Now we start with this. Yeah. We had please help us with recycling and keeping the place clean, because there's no one who's going to come here to do this stuff. And if stuff is lying around, it's basically me, Jasper, and Bike, and other people who will be taking it out. There was a year, I think it was 2022, where I got dressed down by the cleaning lady, and so we had to sort of do the stuff ourselves, which is a picture here with that. So let's not make that happen again. For those of you who don't know German, this is sort of the German vocabulary 101. So what do you put in which bin? Yeah. So so PET is PET. Yeah. Alu is aluminum. Glass with 1 S is glass with 2 S's. Important. Yeah. Papier is paper. This is tricky. Karton is cardboard. Yeah, that's. And Abfall is everything else. Not the other languages. I made this joke before. Yeah.
And also, to follow up, PET is only bottles, so no other plastic things.
Yeah, thanks. Cool. And there are benches that we use for lunch and on one day for dinner. Please help us set them up and take them back down. Yeah. Good. Cool.
This is the schedule for the next 3 days. I'm not going to go through it in detail, because it is quite packed, and so you may wonder, like with this schedule and all these tracks and talks going on, when am I supposed to hack on projects? And the answer is, well, you get to kind of like pick and choose, right? So look at the topics, go to what interests you, and try to have fun. Just for the foreseeable future, so after this presentation, we'll take some time for people to pitch their project, so they can kind of like talk what they're going to work on, so you can get an idea of which projects you would want to join. After that, there will be lunch. So the food trucks are already setting up outside. So this is in the courtyard in between the two buildings. We've tried to allocate generous blocks for lunch, because there's typically some queuing, and I would also ask people to spread out a bit during this time. And while you can, of course, if you want to, all go at the same time, but then there will be a longer queue. And then this afternoon, we'll have the beginner track and the WASM track. And then tonight, we'll have a panel discussion about Haskell in the industry, led by Type Theory for All and Farad as well. And then after that, we'll have the barbecue. And then tomorrow is tomorrow. So as I said before, even though our logo is a pizza guy, the pizza is entirely metaphorical, and there will not be any physical pizza at the event. We have food trucks right now. We'll have the barbecue for tonight, and then Sunday we'll have a different food truck that will also be in the courtyard, and the same again on Monday. There's no dinner planned for Monday evening, but as always, people are free to go out and find some restaurants or whatever you want to eat. Then above the registration, so if you take the stairs there will be some coffee and some fruit and maybe some snacks, some tea. That's the food plans.
Cool. Yeah, and again, thank you very much to Jane Street and the Oak Camel people. No one from Jane Street is here, right? Is anyone from Jane Street here? No. Okay, that's very generous of them. Any Oak Camel people here? Also not. Okay, yeah. Let's make it a point. That's great, right? Let's make it a point that when Haskell becomes big, that we also give some food aid to them, yeah? Yeah. Cool. Nice. One last point. Was there anyone here from 2023? Anyone from? Hands up? Oh, not so many. Yeah. Did you miss these swimming trunks? They're still with me. I guess not. Okay, good. Next year, I'll find someone. Cool. That was it. Thank you very much, and enjoy ZuriHac.
Thank you.
Whoa.
It's like giving life to it.
Yeah.
So the food trucks will have started serving food, and we'll take some time for project pitches here. So if anybody wants to introduce their project and call for collaboration, we will run that now. And if this is the case, we can sort of form a line over here, so that you can give your explanation. Can we ask people to stay a bit silent during the product presentations as well? You can go chat, but please go to the courtyard or something. Thank you.
Still morning. Is this on? Yep. Morning. My name's Jack. I'm going to be trying to get some more Amazonka stuff done over this weekend. So Amazonka is a fairly mature SDK for calling AWS APIs from Haskell. For various reasons, we're currently behind on supporting some of the latest APIs. If you're interested in helping bring that up to speed or getting it ready for the next release so we can get it onto Hackage and make it available for people using modern GHC, or you just want to talk about doing Haskell on AWS, so running like AWS Lambda functions or things like that, or actually getting your hands dirty and learning to use Amazonka to do your AWS API calls, I'm also happy to chat with anyone about that or anything else. There's a fair amount of stuff in the project Discord channel, so if any of this is interesting to you, then come say hi online or in person. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. First, let me show you some hands. Who is using hash maps in their project? Woo! Yeah, that's a lot. What if these hash maps could be roughly only half the size in memory? Would you like that? I definitely would. I'm working on a library called CHAMP, which is a compact hash array mapped prefix tree. That's what it stands for, which is a new version. It works very similarly to an unordered containers hash map. It is more or less API compatible, and it is way smaller in memory, with most operations being just as fast and in some cases significantly faster as well. And it would be really nice if you could help out. We have many different tasks for people with many different levels of Haskell proficiency, from adding more documentation, doing some tests, just using it in your own projects and trying it out, to improving some of the currently very simply, naively implemented functions in a more efficient way, to do some internal mutation, for example, all the way to doing some more benchmarking to compare unordered containers with CHAMP, to also extending GHC with the way it does small array allocation. So it would be really nice if you could join this project. You can find it as CHAMP hashmap in the Discord, and I will also let you know there once I find a particular room. Yeah, hope you join this project. Thank you.
Hello. Do you use Haskell Language Server? Would you like to hack on it? Great, come and help us hack on it. That's basically it. We have there's lots and lots of stuff you could do, as you might expect. In particular, one thing we're planning to do this ZuriHac is try and convert all of the HLS plugins to use GHG structured diagnostics, which we've had support for a while, but we haven't actually necessarily used it, which is a nice thing where you can crank the handle and get some output, but there's also lots of other issues if you want to dig into them. You want to add anything, Hannes?
Yes, this project is suitable for beginners, advanced, and experts. For everyone can join. Everyone can contribute. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ian Duncan. I am one of the main developers for the Haskell Open Telemetry project. If you use Haskell in production, you might use our ecosystem. So it supports logging, tracing, and metrics in production, so it kind of gives you a full, well, it doesn't support metrics, but we would like to support metrics, but the OpenTelemetry spec supports metrics. So the idea for this project would be if you have a library you'd like to instrument, or if you would like to come and contribute to the roadmap, come find me. I'd love to talk about the future of the project because I know it's pretty heavily used for industrial users of Haskell, so hit me up.
Hi, I'm Andreas. In the talk this morning, Leonard made a point of build times. That's also a topic I'm very excited about, and I think it's important to tackle at all levels. The level that I'm working on mostly is on the build system level, in particular for large, complex, polyglot projects. So at Tweak, we maintain an extension for the Bazel build system to build Haskell code, and for those who were here at the Haskell Implementers workshop yesterday, you might have seen Ian's talk about our collaboration with Mercury on building Haskell fast with Bug2, which is Meta's build system. And if you're interested in that kind of stuff, come hit me up and let's chat. And if last years are anything to go by, then we'll probably mostly spend time talking, but maybe we'll also manage to type some characters. Who knows? See you around.
Hello, my name is Noon. I think everyone here is familiar with monads, but is everyone also familiar with the climate crisis? Probably. I suggest there's a strong connection between monads and the climate crisis. So if you'd like to explore that with me, you may.
Hello, my name is Reinaldo. I invite you to a project. Its name is Haskell Katas. It's an IDE to train some Haskell code, and you learn by doing without any documentation, and it's similar to the way you learn your mother language as a child, and I think it's very interesting. And please hit me up if you are interested in a demonstration, and that's it. Thank you very much.
Hi, so my name is Richard, and I got two projects, kinda. I have with me a label printer from China that has an open source Python driver for it, and I'm thinking about converting that to Haskell. The driver currently integrates with cups, and I needed to hook up. I want to hook up the label printer to my server, so I have it also available for printing labels for things. And I do not want to be running cups on my server. I think I'm not the only one who has this sentiment. So if you want to get a label printer and see if you can write the Haskell driver for it, just which one? I have like a 60-year-old from AliExpress, so maybe. Okay, we can talk to it. Okay, and then second project, if you actually go outside and you take pictures with your phone and stuff, you might have a lot of them, and then I wrote a a program which uses a SQLite database, a lot of TOML files, and Git Annex to store all those pictures in a Git repo, and then present you a nice view where you can query the tags and stuff. And it takes a bit of work because the UI and everything's kind of junk. And if you don't know how to use it, it'll just explode. But if you are interested in managing your photos with Haskell, well, hit me up. And I don't have a Discord room yet, I guess.
Hi, my name is Akat. Do you self-host your Haskell packages? If you're working at IOG, yes. If you're working at MLabs, yes. And if you're not, it's all right. So Flora PM is a meta search engine for Haskell packages. We index Hackage, Cardano, the Horizon project, and soon MLabs, inshallah. So this is a real world web application written in Haskell, full stack. We use Postgres. It's a community project. You're welcome to contribute. You're welcome to learn. The code base is made for learning as well as serving the community. Well, in this sense, it serves the community in two ways. If you want to do some SQL, if you want to see how to use Servant, the web server, in production, you're welcome to join. You don't have to contribute. You can also, take a look and ask questions. You would be more than welcome. If you're also interested in Haddock, in documentation, in writing documentation for the base library, or just improving the documentation generator, come see me as well. We will pick up pull requests that haven't been checked since last ZuriHac, and will hopefully be merged at the end of this year's event. Thank you very much.
Hi there, my name's Tom Ellis. I'm the developer of an effect system called Bluefin. If you're interested in learning about Bluefin or interested in hacking on Bluefin with me, come and grab me. There's a Bluefin channel also in the Discord. And here at 10 a.m. tomorrow, I'm giving a talk on the history of effect systems, which is all about effect systems and the history that led me to develop Bluefin in the first place. So you may be interested in that. Thanks a lot.
So my project is a single sign-on identity provider. It's called Yasso. It currently supports LDAP, OpenID Connect, and SAML2. It's a cool project. It's good fun to work on. And if anyone has an interest in working on such projects, then come find me or find the link in the project page. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm working on a data frame library, and for those who don't know what a data frame is, it's basically a data cube, mostly popular in data processing. There's a Discord channel about it. Lots of amorphous things we could work on, expression languages, Parquet support, any common formats. It doesn't quite have a name yet. It was inspired by my high school principal whose dog name was Dog. So it's just called Data Frame for now. So if you're interested, let me know.
Hi, my name is Akian Sivakumar. I'm the maintainer of P2PRC. P2PRC is just container-side orchestration on self-hosted nodes. And today, me and a shy friend of mine, Jose, who did not want to come up on stage, we're working on process management. So it's like running a Unix process on a peer-to-peer network, and whoever's interested in working with us can just contact me on Discord or just find me anywhere in the hallway.
Hey, I'm Frank Dennen. I'm one of the developers of the Copilot real-time programming language and runtime verification framework. Copilot is a product used by NASA for actually making space and aerospace more safer. At least that's the goal. We could still use some help on usability of the project. If you're interested in Fedora or a user of Fedora or one of the Fedora derived distributions, I could use your help as well. If you're interested in robotics, please contact me. Yeah. If you're interested in getting Haskell into space, definitely come help us, because we got all the help we need. So that's it.
Video games. I'm working on a roguelike library for Haskell, and it's very much work in progress. The idea is to make it easy and show it's easy for people who have basic Haskell to develop actual programs. So let's make a roguelike library that people can, with limited Haskell, be able to make games. I'll be doing random stuff, working out how to get the library in a way that's generic but not overly engineered. Video games.
Hi, my project is called Yoke. It's about embedding smart contracts in Haskell on Ethereum. So my motivation is to bring Haskell's type system to the world of Ethereum smart contracts. I'm experimenting also with another motivation to experiment the linear types to encode some form of temporal logic to make the smart contract more safe. And so it's currently already end-to-end working, and in ZuriHac, I'd like to kind of meet some people to kind of talk about my approach, which is transform the Haskell code to the categories, and also talk about some aspect of linear types. So I would like to meet people who is interested in that topic. So you can ask me anything about it on the Discord channel, Yoke, I believe, in the ZuriHac channel. Yeah, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Christian Bai. I work on the Clash compiler that allows you to run Haskell programs on FPGAs. This means you can use Haskell to either do tera operations per second or control things at the nanosecond level. I have a small FPGA here with me to runs Flappy Bird, so you can also make small games. I'm here looking for contributors to help me update some of the plugins, type checker plugins that we use to the new API, so it'll be a lot easier to maintain the plugins across different GHCs. That's it. Thanks.
Hi, so you got these like HIE files, and the goal of this project is to split out the HIE abstract syntax tree from GHC into a separate package so it will be stable. I don't really know much about GHC development, so if someone wants to help me, that would be great. So that's my project. I'm Jappie.
So this is perfect. I'm Andreas Klebinger. I work on GHC. I'm one of the maintainers. And if you're interested in GHC or want to hack on GHC, like the person just before me, come to us. We will hang out some of the maintainers in building 1, in one of the rooms there. There should probably always at least one of us around. And just come into the room and ask around, and probably someone can help you. Also, if you want to work on plugins, anything related to GHC, really. Thank you.
Hi, I'm David, and we are all here for Haskell. But what is Haskell? So one answer is that it's written down in this book, which is the Haskell 98 language report. But this only mostly contains syntax. So if you're interested in the type system, in 2002, someone wrote down the complete typing rules for Haskell 98 in formal rules. But both of those are in pen and paper. And in this weekend, I'm going to try to formalize them in a proof assistant. So if you know how to read type system rules and now know how to enter them into a proof assistant, you can come talk to me.
Hi, I'm Fiona, and my project is called Vim with training wheels. It's like a Vim implementation for beginners to make it easier to start using Vim or modal editors. And it's part of my bachelor thesis, and I have to hand it in 4 days. So, but if you want to try it out or look over my code and tell me what should be done better, feel free to come to me.
Hi, I'm Marcin. Some time ago, I wrote this -package subcommand of Cabal. If you haven't used it, please do use. If you find issues with it, please open issue on GitHub or talk to me, and yeah, I'll. Hadoop-package.
Hi, I'm IC Rainbow. I happen to maintain a bunch of game dev related packages, so if you're interested in making games or making someone make games, come talk. We can discuss what else Haskell ecosystem is missing now, and how not to make Rust get away with stealing all the game dev thunder.
Hello, everyone. So I've got a couple of things. First of all, I have this engine which allows you to do something. Well, it allows you to program games eventually, but right now it's at a stage where it would be really cool to have people come and write shaders in a shader toy-like fashion to visualize, basically. And this is, you'd have to write shaders, but this is in a domain-specific language that compiles to SPIR5. So it's just like, you write Haskell that compiles to shaders, and you visualize that in the GPU. It's fun to do, so I would invite you to come if you're interested in writing shaders in Haskell. Come again? Yeah, exactly. It's called FUR. It's a library that my colleague Sam developed. It's very cool. Secondly, I've got this library for equality saturation, and if I've been thinking about doing this symbolic computation system would rewrite rules and whatnot. If someone is interested in that, I would also be happy to chat and discuss what could happen there. And lastly, I've been developing at work at Well-Typed a debugger, step-through debugger for GHC. Well, really just leveraging the existing step-through debugger for GHC and giving it support for example, in VS Code, you can, point at the line, set a breakpoint, run through there, step a few lines, just see the execution of a Haskell program in real time, well, in step-through debug time. But yeah, I'd be happy to chat about any of that. So yeah, just come talk to me.
Okay, thank you all for presenting those